Yo, what's up? It's the People's Rapper John Connor, and you checking in with my man Conrad and Everything Pro Wrestling. Y'all know what it is. Blue City Club, you know.
Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I'm your host, Conrad Cushman, being joined tonight by my partner, the man in black.
Yo, yo, yo.
The coach. The man they call Derek.
What up, everybody?
We have a review tonight for AEW Dynamite, December 20th, 2023. We only got one more of these left for the year.
Man.
Time flies. Big shout out to Triller TV, formerly known as Fight. They showed us some big love tonight, retweeting out the show. Thank you for that. It is appreciated. I'm glad for anybody who pops in who is going to start off with us. We're going to go through everything dealing with the C2. We're going to talk some AEW news this week. Some things came out. We're going to talk about it. And we're going to talk about MJF to start things off and his contractual status in pro wrestling. So do me a favor. Get yourself a drink. We got them right here. Get yourself locked in. And let's get ready to enjoy another fun-filled episode here with us at Everything Pro Wrestling. Let's get it.
Everything Pro Wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson, yes. Everyday Pro Wrestling, they can never be you.
Everybody, welcome to the stream, man. We got to get our shout outs in. But you know who jumps up? You put in that super chat jumps you right up. Joel in the house, appreciate you, my brother, leaving a $1 super chat. Thank you so much for that. We greatly appreciate it over here at EPW. Thank you so much. Much love, my friend. Thank you. Jason says, what up, guys? I've been laughing all week over Conrad's mocking of Sable last week with the impersonations. All the boys who came to see me. Do you want to see the grind? Terrible work. Nasty work by Sable.
Hey.
Nah, heel Sable was the worst. I was just like, nah, this ain't it, Chief. Give me Sable from when she was a babyface, Powerbomb and Mark Marrow.
Oh yeah,
not that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Let me see here. Terrell says, I'm really starting to wonder if the Devil storyline is an actual invasion angle led by WWE or an Impact wrestler. It's definitely an invasion angle now, but led by who? That's the question we all want to know. Welcome, though, Terrell. Terrell's got his theories right in there as well. B-Boy Skyline says, yeet.
Copyright.
Blurred lines. I know you want it. We got chill. I think they got in trouble for that ttoo.
Oh, come on, bro. You don't write this in.
No, I'm talking about the beat.
Oh.
They definitely got in trouble for the beat.
Yeah. Well,
Hey. Who owned it? Marvin Gaye? Was that who it was? Yeah. So there you go.
It, though.
He's saying book Swerve versus MJF. We've been seeing it in a lot of interviews.
Yeah.
And B-Boy mentions the Warner Bros. Paramount merger. We're going to talk about that at the end. So if you guys want to hear about that, stick around for a little bit. Joel said, my man Conrad, nice to join you guys on a Wednesday night for once. As Larry Sabisco would say. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Right.
Mike in the house. What up, Mike? Yo, Conrad, first time here. Mike, I appreciate you, family. Mike comes over from the Pro Wrestling Shoot stream. Make sure you guys check out the Pro Wrestling Shoot, who are live every Tuesday. They did a nice Q&A episode if you're into wrestling video games. Hashtag WWE 2K24, anyone? Jesse and James give all of their insights on it, answering questions. Go check out that stream, man. It's doing really good numbers right now. Definitely a leader in the WWE 2K24 community. Channel you might want to pay attention to. Just my thoughts.
Get into it.
Speaking of the devil, Pro Wrestling Shoe says best AEW review in the game. LFG, let's freaking go. Love it, man. Thank you guys for showing up. Quill's in the house, Sir Quills.
Sir Quills.
He said, what up, Conrad and Derek? Your chat, Sir Quills is back after a lengthy hiatus and is back to enjoy another AEW Dynamite review. Let's get into it. I appreciate you.
Always welcome back, bro.
Terrell says to update you both again, I will be at World's End. I'll be witnessing the devil reveal in person. They have not said they are doing that. Do you think does the devil get revealed at the show?
No, I think it has to be at a bigger event.
So well, if you don't do it here, is there a January pay-per-view? Have we heard rumor of a January pay-per-view yet?
I don't know.
Mike said, "Oh, you didn't know." We don't talk about that on here. DJB Tazzy, what's good? Tazzy, good live stream. If you guys like watch alongs, NXT, Tazzy holds it down every Tuesday with that. He does SmackDown watch alongs. Check Tazzy out. He's got a schedule up for when he is available. Shout out to him. What's going on, party peeps? What's going on, brothers? Conrad and Derek. One of my favorite review shows. Next week card is stacked.
What up, Taz?
Matthew Lopez says, good evening, everyone. And thank you. You tell everyone, make sure you drop a like. That always helps. Mike says, drop that like, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate it. Yo, BJ. Yo, shout out to my guy BJ, bro. BJ will pop on, fill in for Derek when Derek leaves me high and dry sometimes. But BJ says, best episode in a while, and JR sounded good. JR sounded like he was with it tonight.
JR did sound really
Now hold on here, Excalibur.
What?
I've seen the work that Jay White's done in New Japan. I was like, there you go, JR.
Yes.
That's that JR.
Yes.
Let that man rest up and come in like that. He came in ready to box. Now he's going 3 rounds.
Listen, you gotta let it happen. JR is like the king of all kings, bro. Like, give the man some time off, let him come back, dust the rust off.
Put a little
sauce, money.
Put a little
stank on it.
He's putting some stank on it is right. The back and forth between MJF and Swerve, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. If the fact we are 2 weeks away from the world champion being a free agent is so dumb, well, I promise you we'll get into it. Yo, shout out to Cray. Cray's in the house. I know I'm skipping over some things. I'm trying to make sure I get everybody in here in the shout outs. Cray, what's good? MJF gone, but I don't think he'll be a good fit in WWE. He'll be a Del Rio. I think he'll be better than that, honestly. Not where they're at now. Remember, this is a different era now.
Right.
This is the game. Rock. I don't think so. It's time for the degree. The pedigree. Ace said, what up, my brothers in chat? What's good? What is good, man?
What's up, Ace?
Look at Matt Lopez said JR sounded rested. Out of curiosity, how high of a percentage of wrestlers do we think we have in the industry who actually wants nothing to do with WWE?
I think there's a good portion. You don't think so? I think there's a good portion.
I don't believe it. I think that there are people like Kingston, maybe FTR, tag teams and stuff like that who are like, nah, I'll take the lighter schedule. But I do think a lot of people want that WrestleMania moment.
Yeah.
WWE has that built-in, what's the word I'm looking for right now? That audience. Like, people grew up watching that, so they're going to want to do that one day.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but for me, like, if I was a wrestler right now, given the state of the union, I would I'd steer clear, bro.
Of WWE?
I would.
Bro, that's where the money's at right now, man.
Yeah, that's where the money's at, but that's where the bench is too.
Well, for some.
For a lot.
I mean, that's as high as you're gonna get. I mean, you might as well, if you said bench for the Lakers, I mean, what do you want to say?
Nah,
Golden State? Celtics?
If I'm sitting bench, bro, I'm gonna need Shohei Ohtani money.
Hey. I do think there's people who don't want to go, though. I don't think that it's like everybody definitely wants to.
I don't think it's everybody, but I do think it's a good portion.
Yeah, I think to be fair, they could give a little bit more, but neither here nor there. Yo, dear AEW, why are my screens not coming through? I'm looking at all of them right now. Am I missing the opening match? No, I'm missing the main event match.
Yeah.
What the French toast? Like, come on, dog.
Son of a... eating biscuit.
Biscuit eating bulldog. Yo, every week, man. Tony Khan in this mess. Yo, shout out to E. I see Easy in the chat. Yo, Mox and Jay White wrestling like an Aki game. Facts. The big reversals. Deanna says, Merry Christmas, y'all.
Deanna.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Happy holiday.
Need you to hit that note better next time.
Yeah.
We went to Catholic school, damn it. Renegade L2K says, would a young Vince McMahon save AEW?
A young Vince McMahon, yes.
I don't know about that. The pockets wasn't that deep back in the day. I got to go back to the. I wasn't around in '82 to be talking like, yeah.
Okay, well, okay, maybe not a young. I say an attitude era. Vince McMahon probably could.
Nah, his back was against the wall. I mean, maybe that's what they need though. Maybe that you're right. Maybe that's the position that they need with that. Appreciate you. Is it me or is Kingston the same as Bully Ray? Nah, Kingston talks that ish. Kingston's different. Bully Ray's the dude at like the bodega who might draw you or try to do something. You might be able to take him. Kingston's the dude definitely out there with like the Newports and the Burger King teaching you a lesson like, hey, yo, son, let me tell you something.
Don't you ever disrespect me.
Yo, Sir Quills, this is a local Buffalo reference. If you don't know who Rick Jenneret is for hockey announcing, one of the best ever. Jim Ross is the Rick Jenneret of professional wrestling, the absolute goat of commentary, but who doesn't know that already?
Man, listen. Rick Jenneret was a G.
Cray says that they should do the devil reveal at World's End. Perfect name for a pay-per-view to reveal the devil and its dragging. They could. Derek, while we get ready to look at this, so there were rumors that came out today about Maxwell Jacob Friedman. He was rumored to not have re-signed. Derek, I'm going to get your thoughts on this. Do you believe that MJF has re-signed with AEW and he's fronting, or do you think MJF is an available free agent coming up soon here in the beginning of 2024, like he has astutely claimed many of times?
I think is an elaborate ruse. I believe he is re-signed to AEW. I don't think that he would go to WWE at this current time. Only because, not because I don't think he can't perform over there. I don't think he won't. It's not that I don't think he'll get any burn. But then again, I kind of feel like he wouldn't get any burns solely because you just got Randy back. You just got CM Punk back. You still got Roman. You still got Seth. You got too many on the plateau right now that I think that would kind of like deviate. I feel like they would deviate away from him being the person that he is and try to hold that back until some people start shifting away.
Interesting perspective on that. Interesting perspective. I think MJF signed to AEW. There's no way, bro. I will come on here and I will cook Tony Khan if I find out he did not make MJF sign an extension and you gave him all that money. I will cook you, not as a fan of AEW. No, actually, no, I might, but more so as a businessman, like someone, a business person. We're talking about conducting business. Family, and I'm standing on business right now, and I'm telling you, Tony Khan, I will cook if I find out you didn't sign this dude to a contract extension. That is foolish.
It really is,
because MJF, let's be real, he showed his behind.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm not swearing on purpose because we will cuss if we need to on here, but MJF showed his behind at that Double or Nothing show with Wardlow. That was the beginning of hurting Wardlow, in my opinion.
Yes. There's no doubt in my mind that he re-signed with AEW. I think he has too much momentum there, and then if you didn't re-sign with them, and then you start over at WWE, you have to rebuild that momentum. So now you got to go through the NXT bracket, which I think would be stupid for him. Honestly, I feel like this is preseason. If he goes to NXT, no disrespect to them, but the star power that he has right now, I don't think that's good for him to go over there. Unless if he's going directly to WWE, it doesn't make sense right now.
I don't get it.
It doesn't make sense if Toni doesn't re-sign him. Toni, you are very foolish for not doing that.
I stand on it. Let's see. I'm coming to you guys before we get into this. Let me see here. Hey, we got to see Jay White dance. I'm here for it. What in the French toast? Never heard that one before, Conrad. That's from a what's the gum? Orbit gum.
Yeah.
Orbit gum. Dirty mouth, clean it up. Yo, free for sponsorship, y'all, just so you know. or for free gum. That too. We'll take that. Let me see here. Y'all forgot how ruthless and cutthroat 80s Vince era truly was. He was, bro, but he ain't have that bread. He didn't have that bread. That's what I'm worried about. WrestleMania was a gamble.
Right.
So you got to specify 80s. Like, I need Vince after like 85, 86. Okay. Yeah. But none of that. I don't want no 82 Vince. That money was shaky. It was shaky. Cray said, Merry Christmas to you all. I'm about to start work, so I'll catch the show later. Salute. Cray, I better see some comments, brother. BJ said, do you know who I am? Kyra, did you see my MJF post up top? Jason, repost it again down below because I think he got bumped out. Chris Leclerc, what's good? He said, what do you guys think about the new team of Julia Hart and Sky Blue? I'm a fan.
I like it.
I'm a fan. Yo, TK got MJF on a handshake deal. Cray, I will go off, bro. I'm not kidding about this.
Yo, if it's a handshake deal, yo.
Bro, don't bite the hand that feeds you. Tony Khan can't trust these dudes anymore. Not after that Moxley stuff that came out with the Punk ordeal. I know he probably didn't want that to come out, but Moxley said, I could have went to SummerSlam with the belt. Oh, no, family. You cannot have that happen.
No.
Cannot have that happen. Cody did say Max will eventually join us. True that, James. Shout out to James from Pro Wrestling Shoot. Appreciate you.
If Max eventually joins, a lot has to happen. And I think a lot has to happen more than what Cody thinks has to happen.
MJF's the first feud he's gonna go into is the Miz. He's gonna beat the Miz and be like, "Yeah, I'm better than you." Like, no, I'm saying that's what he has to do because him and Miz's character are too similar.
I know, but I don't want to see that.
He's putting Miz down. I'm just telling you what's gonna happen.
I know, so, but I just don't want to see it. I don't care for Doc.
His hair has not been like that for a decade, Derek.
Doesn't matter.
Also, the brother has been baptized. Oh, don't start that Hogan's been baptized stuff. What did somebody say earlier? Was he always saying his prayers then? Like, what's going on here? Controversial opinion about this classic. It's really starting to bore me. Why is it boring you, Eric? I'd be curious to know why. Tazzy says, I think he's re-signed with AEW, but want to announce it until next month, basically like a CM Punk storyline. That's what I'll say too, Tazzy. I think they wanted to seem like he could have left. It's a big coup. Right. We got him. Phooey. I just think it's too convoluted at this point. Terrell said, rumor has it those free agents see CM Punk in WWE and are going to AEW and Impact. Cap. No, but everybody's trying to go to WWE now, it seems like.
Yeah.
It's the momentum has shifted. I don't know when, Derek, when for you when you saw it, but I think Punk is the definite, like, that was the swing where I'm like, nah, everybody's trying to move towards WWE. And I want AEW to do good. Like, yeah. I stand on that. But I don't know what to tell them to get the momentum back in their favor. They have to they need a moment to capitalize on.
Yeah. I think for me, the moment the pendulum started shifting was probably when Cody actually went back.
It was that moment where you yelled. Yeah. No, it's for sure.
Like, that had to be it. I'm like, oh, bro, don't do this to me.
Yeah. That was definitely a all-time classic.
Like don't do that to me. I don't know. You messed me up. You messed me up when you did that.
You'll be all right, Derek. You'll be all right.
Only hoping. So therefore, I think that would probably be the moment where it started.
Let me just play for you guys Derek's live reaction the moment Cody's little wrestling has more than. That was Derek's. But I feel like that was the moment you knew, though. You were like, "Yep, some trouble's brewing now."
Yeah,
because now they're taking people, and it's low down dirty woman. Yeah, Vince was getting. Rob talked about that cutthroat. That's when the cutthroat was about to begin.
I mean, I respect it. It you have to do what you have to do in order to get back in the thick of things and get back in the game. But let it be what it is as far as like, all right, I'm a free agent. I got a place. I don't have a place to as to where I want to go. Who's gonna offer me the better deal?
Facts.
This I felt like it was like, hey, come on.
You know what time it is.
Come back over.
But you can't have everybody up and leave. WWE would not be as good as it is today if it wasn't for AEW. Right. I don't care what you say. And AEW wouldn't have been as good as it was the few years before if they didn't have a horrible person in creative running things. You know who I'm talking about, Gomez. So if he was up in there running it, they were like, yo, we're good. Because no matter what he did, no matter what TK did, it was better than what Gomez was doing.
It was. It most certainly was. Like the thought process behind it was just, it was there. It was there. You knew what was happening. You look at the other side, it was like, yo, what is this garbage?
I want to go through the chat here because they got some good things here. Bad business if they didn't already sign him. Have him be the face of your company. Tony's going to give him whatever he needs. MJF better not go to WWE. If he does, you already know he will not be MJF. He won't be the same, Quills. That's for sure. He'll be water. Even Punk feels a little like,
he feels different,
a little watered down.
Yeah,
like, hey, you can't say that. You can't do this. And Quills brings up a good point. He should get the same treatment that Jay Cargill got in regards to keeping his name. I think he will.
Oh yeah,
he's a big enough star.
Yeah, there's no unless if you just flat out call him Maxwell Friedman, but that would be stupid.
Yeah, I mean, he had a different name before then. Was it Feinstein or something like that? He had a different name. It was like Maxwell Jacob Feinstein instead, but he changed it. But Friedman works way better, I think. That's just who people know him as. He could come in as just MJF even.
Yes,
it works.
Yes,
and I'm sure he owns the rights to his name. MJF getting sent to NXT is a demotion. They will not do that. If they do, that's foolish. Unless they needed him there to like boost ratings or something for a little bit, short time. If Cornette joined WWE, would he get a deal like Heyman? Cornette's the only thing they'll do with him is put him in the Hall of Fame, I think, or in the video games. Yeah. I can't see them bringing. Cornette does not want to travel. Cornette will cuss somebody out. What did they released him for like slapping a wrestler? Like, come, bro, no, you cannot. You know, the moment you start doing something in here, you're making a joke of my business, right. And then it's over. He's gonna go off, bro. I don't think WWE put him in NXT. BJ knows you lint liquor.
Yes,
WWE does not turn down MJF, Mike. I cannot see that happening. Renee. Let me see here. Jason says, what was the point in TK building up his future legends like MJF if they're just going to leave him every time? Yo, Jason, I'm with you, bro. But I'm telling you, WWE is cutthroat. They will be like, yo, we will give you what you need, bro. I got you. Look at this office. There's a facility for you to train. You don't want to be near people at the gym. We got you. What do you want to do? What if MJF wants to get into movies, WWE and Endeavor have that.
Yeah, they do. They definitely have that. But I think
Rollins is in something for Marvels, I think, soon. I can't remember what it was. I saw a clip of him. He's not like a big role, but he's in a Marvel scene or something like that. I'm just telling you, like they can get him that stuff. They can get you that.
I get it, but I don't. Okay,
remind me to look it up. I'll tell you what it was specifically. It wasn't like a big spot or anything, but it was cool that he gets to be in a movie for a second.
I mean, listen, if you're looking for that route, yes, WWE will give you that. They have that planned for you. Every single person, they have it planned as long as you're, on the hierarchy, you have that role.
WWE is Apple. That's what it really is. They when people say wrestling, they think WWE. I'm not gonna lie. This goes for like my mom. If you ask some lady on the street, who do you know that's a wrestler? Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold, The Rock, Roddy Piper,
Undertaker,
maybe Andre the Giant. You'll hear stuff like that, but that's about it. Those are the popular names.
Those are the ones that are gonna just roll off the tongue. Simple.
Now, for wrestling fans, you might get someone to say maybe a CM Punk now. Yeah. John Cena is another one people will probably know. Listen, let's see here. M. Leezy agrees with us. Six says, if Hogan did get baptized, bet it wasn't in a black church, brother. Come on now. Let me see here. Merry Christmas, my brothers. Conrad, my guy Derek, family already on their way to Miami. I'm flying out Saturday. Blessing to you all. But Wednesday night, best Wednesday night wrestling show, period. Thank you, Hubs.
I got Hubs.
You want to hear me and Sean do a show? We do a show every Monday, Clash of the Podcast. We're going to be live for this Christmas show coming up. We don't know the time. It's going to be around like 5:36-ish, we're thinking. Just keep that in the back of your minds. I'll post it once I know. I'm hoping to have it confirmed tomorrow, and we will let you guys know by that point. But thank you for that, Sean, and blessings to your family. Have a good Christmas, brother. Welcome to Miami. I don't know what they say after, but it always sounds good.
I was about to try and hit it, but I'm like, I can't do it.
Ex-WWE stars have mentioned in interviews that WWE is not Disneyland by far. They see inspired wrestlers go in and they leave damaged and mentally and physically. I believe it. Eric says, I could care less about the classic. I mean, what's the story in a lot of these matches? The story is being told. Eddie Kingston's grind to keep his championships. Bryan Danielson's last opportunity to get some championship gold. Swerve's quest to become the top guy in AEW. Jon Moxley reclaiming his throne. Jay White trying to get back to where he was after he just lost to the world champion. Everybody gunning for MJF still. Mark Briscoe trying to prove something to himself. Him and Lethal tonight, their match, I'm going to get into why it was very important. And I hope people stay tuned in for that because it does matter for what I know about them at least. Hub said, Toni Storm character makes me smile. I want to start saying 50. Or we could do a little Hall & Oates. Sarah,
smile.
Why don't you smile a while for me?
Sarah.
Tazzy says, I agree. I love AEW too. I want them to do good. If they're good, WWE will end up being lazy, if that makes sense. No, it makes perfect sense to me. Would a young Bischoff save AEW? No. Eric Bischoff had a good idea, but it would depend on how much control you would give him. I don't know what would have happened with Bischoff if he didn't, like if the merger didn't happen. I don't know what would have happened.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
In order to bring down the devil, you have to get a hold of him first. John, appreciate you, brother. Welcome in. Making business decisions simply for the fact that it's more money can sometimes be the thing that destroys you. It's wrestling, man. It's get every dollar while you can. I hear it. I hear you, bro. It's not the same for everyone. Some people, it's family first. How much time? AEW is going to give you the better schedule.
Oh, yeah.
WWE is going to add at least a few more dates to your schedule. AEW, you're only wrestling maybe, 3 times in a month, sometimes 4 times in a month. That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Put Corny in the game, managing Vader and Yoko. They might. I'm jumping around here. Jim Cornette, aka Cotton Hill. MJ might get some bigger credit because of A24. He might. I don't know. They said his scenes got cut from the Iron Claw. I know he helped produce part of it, like B-Boy said here. Listen. Hey, I know about reshoots. Hope it means Marvel working on quality. Hey, and Matt Lopez will give you the story right there about what Cornette did. Let's get into this show, though. We've talked for about a half here. Let's start off with the opening contest scheduled for one fall. That's my Howard Finkel. Let's get into Swerve Strickland and Roosh. By the way, last week, me and Derek definitely forgot to talk about the ending devil segment, but we'll get into all the devil stuff tonight. I promise you.
We'll touch it when it's time. And when
So Gold League match, Swerve Strickland versus Roosh. Swerve needed to win this to get into the finals here tonight. And Roosh has been doing Roosh things. I don't know what else to call it. Roosh has been really good in this tournament.
yes, the drive and fight that he's been delivering, like, yo, you can't deny that. Roosh is doing his thing.
Yo, he kicked out at one point.
Yo, listen.
Roosh has shined in the C2. He's someone that I'm like, yo, you got to find a way to either get him like a tag belt, trios belt, something. You got to give this guy something eventually.
You know, a pure definition of a workhorse is what Roosh is, and you have to accept it. You have to like it.
You have to like it.
You have to like it. Like, if you don't, there's something wrong with you.
I really, really liked it, man. In this one, shout out to AEW and Jazzawares too for the 1 million for Toys for Tots.
Yes.
That was cool of them.
Shout out, big one. One.
I've done work for that charity before, so much love to them. Yeah, so I thought that was really cool. So yeah. I know sometimes we give Tony a hard time, especially in recent weeks, but you got to give props to AEW when they're doing right.
Yes,
that was so good. So good that they did that. Great performance here. Roosh kicked out at one point. In the end, Swerve hits the double stomp and gets the win on Roosh. It was the right call.
It was.
You had to do that. Swerve was a main focus of tonight's show, though. You could see they believe in Swerve,
which is a huge statement.
Yo, my man Jason coming in. This is a Derek meal right here. Said this match was fire. It was good, like a double cheeseburger with some bacon on it. So good.
Yo, I plan on making bacon cheeseburger egg rolls this weekend, bro.
You bringing one here?
I got you.
Yeah, you lying, bro. Ask me if I see Derek on Christmas. He playing around, bro. Derek playing around. Yeah, so big win here. We get a Blue League video package showing everything that's been happening on Collision. I know we don't cover Collision as much, and honestly, this tournament has given us the opportunity to talk about stuff that's happened on Collision and in the rumor news for AEW.
Yeah.
So if you guys are liking this format and appreciating the news format, let us know in the comments down below after this video ends. I would like to hear from you and say, yeah, more new stuff. Hey, keep it focused on Dynamite. You tell me what you guys want. Give your opinion. And I don't care what anyone else says either below that. Let me see here. This match was good. We got a lot of people saying that. Would confirm the Aces and Eights and Devil storyline. Terrell Wyland with the Aces and Eights. Pro Wrestler Shoe says, Conrad, I didn't watch tonight. I'm unfortunately sick again. This worth going back and watching.
I give you this match.
I think, Jesse, I think it's worth watching in pieces.
Yes.
Because Jesse doesn't like the tournaments. He's already mentioned that before in the chats. So I would say
definitely get the Swerve and MJF segment.
You can watch this. It's a lot of the in-between. Like after Lethal and Mark Briscoe, if you like the old ROH matches and the tribute match they had, because we're about to get into that. Good segment with MJF and Joe. Watch the segments, I would say, in the first match and the last match.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah.
And like I said, this might be YouTube clips, however you're gonna watch it, bro. I don't want to bore you with the tournament ones if you don't care about them, you know. Matt Lopez says good opener. I love it. People sending Jesse some get well wishes in there. I love bacon cheeseburgers, bro. Who doesn't?
Man,
who doesn't? Tazzy says my boy Swerve Strickland doing his thing. Ain't nobody can touch him right now. Ain't nobody loves me better. That was his theme song. I hope they let him use that one day.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Babyface Swerve should try to get that song, but I don't know about the price for it.
That might be super, super hefty.
Yeah, that's gonna be some big bread. Maybe some big bread.
But I mean, Tony's done it before.
To quote Jesse in the Pro Wrestling, shoot the pockets run deep. Make it a shirt, boys. Make it a shirt.
Hope the Raven.
Nevermore. Chris Jericho announces Kenny Omega is out indefinitely. We were made aware that Kenny Omega is out for an injury. I don't really want to speculate too much on what it is, but it sounds like it could be some type of stomach condition. The rumor, well, I'm going to just say it. The rumor is diverticulitis is why he's out. I want to send my get well wishes to Kenny Omega. Jericho made it sound like this was the end. I don't know if Jericho gets to find another partner. I don't know what happens to this tag title match. This hurts Ricky. Yo, y'all don't want to hear this. Ricky Starks is gone, I think. I think AEW's lost the way with him. I don't know if he believes it. I know that they probably think like, oh, we gave him the tag titles. We tried to push him. You did too many start and stops with Ricky.
Yeah.
And he didn't have the full momentum go all the way through.
Yeah, the only real start and stop you should have had with Ricky is when Ricky actually got hurt. That should have been your stop right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you brought him back, that should have been your start, and then you should have just kept going with it. But
They should just kept going after that MJF match. Like,
yeah,
push him.
absolutely.
And I thought he could have been the international champ, maybe the TNT. Like, that's what he really needed, not what they ended up doing with him.
No.
So I guess we're gonna take the wait and see approach with what they're gonna announce with the tag titles. I mean, they got a week to figure everything out, but
they got to figure it out.
Yeah, we need something happening here for this show.
And it would suck to see Ricky Starks go. But I think what has happened and transpired, I wouldn't be surprised if it happens.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough with Ricky. Jason says some may not like tournaments, but respectfully, we cannot ignore the 4 or 3 good storyline angles they got going in AEW. AEW is not WWE. I don't like when people say AEW has no stories. They definitely do have stories. It's just some people don't pay attention to what's actually happening. Yeah. I just don't agree with it. Like, even there's a storyline with Garcia going on Collision that people haven't probably noticed with Matt Menard. Like, it's happening. Daddy Magic's the disappointed father. He's like, why aren't you mad right now? Right. He walked in on him, talk about his niece, sent him a text message saying, why do you always lose? And he was sitting there kind of sad and somber. And Matt Menard's like, why aren't you mad? You know what I mean? And it just reminds me of like those old talks, like after a basketball game you'd have with your parents. Why don't you just go in there and take the ball and do blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, yeah, but you can't do that. And, you know, but they're like, take charge. You got to be the one to take charge if no one else is. And crazy. So they're telling a story with this. That's just how I'm viewing it right now. Yeah, a lot of people are saying Ricky Stark's on his way to the E. Renegade thinks Sammy Guevara tags with Jericho. I mean, I wouldn't put it out of the realm now that they had their baby. Yeah, he makes his triumphant return, and then but don't they have beef though? They did. That wouldn't make full blown sense, but unless they say the sex god's like made up over the phone or something. Yeah, could be. Ricky on his way to the E. Ricky Starks to WWE. See, a lot of people are saying it. Prince Rockstar, what's good? Welcome to the chat. He says Ricky goes to the WWE. The sex guy for the tag belts. People are saying, I feel bad for Ricky and Big Bill. What happened to this tag division, fam? We gotta look at them trios belts and consider, like, yo, is it time to give these away? I think it is, because I think it's hurting way too many people. Quills is going to agree with Sammy Guevara tagging up with Jericho. AEW on fire, and my Oregon Ducks got number 4 recruiting class. Nice. Also, can we talk about Thunder Rosa teaming up with Abaddon? That is happening as well on Collision. We have the card to run down later for Collision. AEW has good storylines. You guys actually like the Judgment Day doing 20-minute segments? I do not. I do not. Derek is not a fan. Not at all. This match hits a special place in my heart. Another C2 match. These guys are both mathematically eliminated from the tournament. Can't win. No points. Who ends up with Zip Zero, Stingy with De Niro, and who ends up with the dub? Mark Briscoe and Jay Lethal. I spoke on this before when we talked about the passing of Jay Briscoe, and I'm gonna put that just up for a second. Because I know that Mark and Jay Lethal like are really close to him, but I want to tell you guys something about these two and Jay Briscoe. I used to have a job where I met a lot of people, like celebrities, things like that. And I cannot tell you the countless amount of times that I helped those three with stuff, but they were always together. It was always Lethal and the Briscoes every freaking time. And I would just laugh and laugh and laugh. And one night I was like, yeah, let me help them. And while I was helping them, I was like, yeah, I just watched the pay-per-view last night. They were like, what? How'd you do that? Because the time frame was the pay-per-view probably just went off and it's a couple hours later. And I'm like, yeah, I watched the pay-per-view. They were like, how did you do that, bro? And I was just like, it's what I do, man. I love wrestling. And they were like, yo, thank you for watching the show. What did you think? And then I was like, they're really sitting here listening to me. Like, and they're like, no, I'm being serious. Tell me what you thought of the whole show. And they wanted my advice. And I thought that was so cool of them. And they were the nicest like cats ever. That was my interactions personally with the Briscoes and Jay Lethal. So when I see these matches, I know what it means to them. So this one kind of hits me in here a little bit in the heart. Mark Briscoe landed the signature Cactus Jack off the apron. A little always love me some Cactus Jack. Can't go wrong with that. Jay Lethal he hit the Jay Driller at one point, only got a 2 count. Lethal injection got countered into a burning hammer by Mark Briscoe. But Mark Briscoe ends up getting the dub with the Jay Driller. RIP, man.
Respectful.
Yes. Yeah, I love it, and I'm pretty sure Lethal had no issue putting him over.
No, not at all. It's the history that they have, and you can't deny that.
Renegade says AEW tag division is as bad as WWE's women's tag division. Not gonna let you say that. I still think that having FTR, the Bucks, it's not bad. It's just it lacks focus.
Yeah.
WWE's women's tag division lacks teams. Like established teams. Stop switching up who Natalya teams with every month. Like, right. Come on. That's a difference to me. That's a big difference in it. Tournaments at times help build storylines. On the side note, they don't need to just combine championships or add championships. Just saying. Hey, nothing wrong with that. The Young Bucks ruined the tag division, BJ said. Next week's Continental Classic, 5 to 6 weeks of Paul White. Well,
better not be.
I love this match. Mark's coming into his own as a solo guy. Jacob Henderson, welcome. What's up, Kyron Derek? You hear Maria Kanellis and Santana are done with AEW. I saw Santana put up a post. I did not see Maria. Jacob, if you have any insight, let me know on that, please. WWE's definition of a storyline is a 15-minute segment with 2 wrestlers arguing over who's more deserving of a match. Okay, I'm done. Hey. You're saying how you feel, brother. That's it. We're by the fans for the fans. So I'm going to let you get your piece in here when we can. Another banger match between Mark and Lethal. They need better writers writing the story. Mike, I don't know if you're referring to AEW, but I definitely think Tony Khan could use some people to come in and help him with the story stuff more.
Yes.
I hope this starts some kind of turn of Lethal face turn. He needs to. I want Lethal to do something different. Maria is taking bookings in 2024. So is Santana. Hey, watch Maria call up Hunter. Hey, whoa. I'm not getting involved in that. See, I don't hate these guys leaving AEW. There are other companies other than WWE. TNA, Deanna, you know me and you support it. TK got too many belts. They got the same amount of belts the E's got too. It's probably too many though, in my opinion. I think both companies could cut down a little bit.
They can. Get rid of. There are so many belts that I want to get rid of.
What belts are you cutting? Just off rip, just right now off the top of your head.
All right, on the East side, get rid of that 24/7.
It's gone. It's been gone for a year, 2 years, bro.
That's not good enough.
Nah,
that's not good enough. Because whenever I see R-Truth, I still think that's there.
That's terrible. That's terrible. That's a you problem.
I still think it's there. Fire R-Truth so it can just be gone.
Come on.
No, because R-Truth said some real disrespectful stuff, bro.
That's R-Truth's opinion. Listen, R-Truth's got a place, I think. I don't want people to think I hate R-Truth. No. So you about to say something smart. I already know.
He got a place.
Let's keep it respectful.
Backstage.
What other belts are you removing?
Trios.
For what, AEW?
Yes.
What else?
What else I'm getting rid of? I would say probably get rid of.
I'm gonna put the Digital Media Championship in there for Impact. I don't like that title.
That's dumb. Get rid of like the extra women's tag or women's title matches.
R-Truth's a precious angel. The women's tag belts are possibly
no, not the tag belts. Like they're like you have your so much. I hate it. You have two women's titles. Now, not the tag titles, just the regular titles. You have two heavyweight titles for the men, two women's tag title or women's titles for the women. That's too many. That's too many. Run the gauntlet. I'm on this show. I could be on any show. If I have the heavyweight title or if I have the women's title, I could be on any show. Any one of you can get lucky to challenge me to get this title off of me. Why do we have to have two? Like it.
Here come Renegades. You get R-Truth is a 47 or 48 time 24/7 champ. Thank you very much. It was a joke belt, Derek.
Come on, Renegade. Don't do me like that. That's pure trash.
R-Truth is seen as a WWE comical figure for entertainment, but on a serious note, isn't he a legit athlete? Yeah, he's definitely a legit athlete. He used to dance with Tupac then.
Yeah, he is an athlete, but
I don't like this character for R-Truth is what I wish R-Truth could be serious instead of this, but I've given up on that a long time ago. He's been like this since 2011. I'm done with it. Like, okay, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing.
It was cool when it was like the What's Up era.
B-Boy said R-Truth is awesome, but Derek never saw R-Truth's TNA run. It was really good, Derek. Ron Killings, little different, got to be himself and kind of get to the world title scene. As short as it may be for Double J.
Well,
it's my world.
I'll take that route. I'll watch that. I'm not watching this.
You hating, bro.
Nah, bro.
Derek hating, bro.
R-Truth is garbage.
If it's up to me, I'm looking at getting rid of some of the Ring of Honor titles and the Trios titles and cutting back a little bit just because I feel like you don't need it and I want more focus on the divisions. If the Acclaim's in the tag division, let's focus on that. If FTR's in the tag division, let's focus on that. Top Flight, focus on that. I know that's like, well, what about Action and Ready? And they're working so well together. Then have a floating Trios belt. That's the title then that you could have float people between the shows. Use that belt for that.
I mean, think about it. The Acclaim wrestled when?
The AEW ROH Trios titles, fine. No issues with that. And that's the only belt that floats back and forth between the shows. You can have both logos on it and they agree. Okay, fine.
But when was the last time they wrestled?
Who?
The Acclaim.
Well, they got taken out by the Devil and they were selling an injury.
How long ago was that?
A couple weeks ago.
I think that's like a month ago, bro.
It's been about a minute. Wardlow cuts a promo. He hates MJF is what they want you to know. And he is going to get him. He is going to get his bread.
I'm sorry. I can't, bro.
What's wrong with Wardlow, man?
There's nothing wrong with Wardlow, but I think like I'm trying to accept the fact that Wardlow came across a tough situation with his run
multiple times.
Getting
his passport stolen, not cool because it cost him at being at All In.
Yes. Title getting stolen.
So F whoever stole his rent-a-car and all of his gear and everything out of his car.
Yes, you are the biggest douchebag ever for doing that.
Douchebag?
But I don't know, bro. Like I'm tired of the symphony. I don't like it. I'm over it now.
Well, he's been doing Last Ride.
I'm over that. I just can't do it anymore.
B-Boy said nominate Derek for Hater of the Year.
That's all right.
We do have shirts on sale. If you're looking for some last-minute stocking stuffers, feel free to get yourself some EPW merch.
I'll accept it. I'll get a belt. I'll get everything.
Shout out. I believe BJ had a design, and I also believe, or no, these were both. I think they were both Jesse's. I can't remember, but shout out to the lovely people who helped me create the designs. Jesse definitely has one up. That's the hate shirt. We have a couple player haters ball shirts up there. Get those. Probably inspired by Derek. Thank you, BJ. And BJ started the hate, just so everybody knows. Full credit to him. Does Wardlow have main event potential? I say yes.
He does, but I don't care to see it.
Wardlow still, you can't. That's slander. You don't know that. People are saying get rid of trios. TBS can stay. I do like that AEW has two singles championships for the women. Now ROH has added the women's television champion. Like I said, that's too many belts. But best Wardlow promo I've seen. Good agenting, believable, angry voice. Yeah, Wardlow's angry. A good segment that we enjoyed here was Happy Holidays from MJF and Samoa Joe. Now, they exchanged some pleasantries in the beginning, and the Devil's Henchmen showed up. Now, the first set of dudes were bums. Like, they just got washed real quick.
They were the dummies.
Yeah, and then the real guys showed up afterwards, but they surrounded the ring, acting like they're going to get in. Joe and MJF are back-to-back, and something flashes across the screen, and it's asking MJF, will he be a hero? And they say, will you accept a tag match next week for the ROH tag team titles? Before MJF can even say anything, Joe says, we accept. What do you think, Derek? Chat, what do you think? Is this sound? I'm starting to smell a setup, but who are the players is the question. There's a lot of people accusing. I'm ready for someone to accuse the accusers.
Yes.
Of being involved.
Yes. As I look at this, I was very intrigued. As we get closer and closer, I am very worried. Because I definitely feel like something is just telling me like the idea of what they're going to do is not going to fit the idea of the people.
It goes back to what Sean said on Clash of the Podcast. They don't have anybody that is going to make people happy.
No.
People will complain if it's MJF. People will complain if it's Adam Cole. People are going to complain if it's Dolph Ziggler. People will complain if it's Ali. Someone's going to complain if it's Bill Goldberg. Like, you cannot win. You cannot win.
No. My only question is, in order for...
there is another name now that I heard, though, that I think would be kind of cool, but I don't think they could pull it off.
Cool.
Shane McMahon. What if you got Shane McMahon to say that he was pulling the strings and he's a part of this?
What would be the motivation?
You got to make up something. You got to make up something. To come in and prove he's the best in the world at AEW. He wanted to run a company. His father denied him the opportunity, and he got in the ear of whomever these other henchmen are and said, let's get together. Let's take over this company. Boom. Turn into an invasion angle like Terrell said.
I guess. But I still need the main motivation here. Like that doesn't seem like it will be enough for me.
Listen, I'm trying to make chicken salad out of this, all right?
I see what you're trying to do, bro. I respect it.
You see what I'm saying? No matter who, it's not good enough. There's no good enough answer.
No, I mean I would take Shane. I would take Shane, but there has to be motivation behind it, bro. Like you have no inner workings or outer workings with MJF at all. So you trying to take over and target,
but take out their champion. You're the head of the head of AEW. You can make it a fake invasion, but I don't see Shane doing that though. No. Why would he? Why would he care?
No, at this point in time, after what happened to Shane at WrestleMania, I don't think he would go that route. I think he would actually be like, all right, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah. Matt Lopez says the Kingdom said they wanted the ROH tag titles. That's true. Q Jungle Boy and you better not. You bet Tony Khan. Certain things we're on thin ice with. Do not give this to Jungle Boy. I'm sorry. You just can't do that. You can't have this dude be on the pre-show of like your biggest show, and now all of a sudden he's in the main event angle. Why? Why is he being rewarded?
There's no purpose.
For what? Costing you millions of dollars? No. I would be angry at this dude.
No, there's no purpose. There's no purpose, no drive. No, nothing for him to even be there. Honestly, I mean, looks can be deceiving, but looking at how the Devil is shaped physically, that does not look like it would be Jungle Boy.
Hey, you never know.
But that's why I said looks may be deceiving. But if you bring Jungle Boy back and he is the Devil, Tony, I will rip you the newest
butt hole,
cleanest
leather Cheerio.
Man, don't do it.
Brown eye. Brownie.
One in the state.
Come on now. Jason mentions that they should focus on less of a massive roster. I think so.
Yeah.
I think a smaller roster would benefit Tony because he could focus better. I think he was focusing better until he started trying to scoop up everyone from those big release rounds of WWE. But there was a lot of talent there that was like, you can't deny some of these guys.
Honestly, okay, so we'll finish this off. I think if you get someone, if whoever you have for the devil has to match.
By the way, Ziggles and all them become free agents tonight at midnight in 55 minutes. Just so you know, they're no competes up.
So I'm going to say this. If you bring someone in to be the devil to go at MJF, that person has to match MJF's mic work.
Yeah. I don't think Shane could do that. Listen, I threw Shane out there as a possibility. I'm not saying that's what I would do. Honestly, I think simple is best. It's either MJF or Cole, and I'm leaning more towards Cole. That's the only thing I can lean into. I also said it might be Shane or Stephanie. I said that in the beginning. Most everyone here, my eyewitness, I said that. I don't think you have a chance of getting Shane or Stephanie, though.
No, Tony's pockets run deep, but not that deep.
BJ said, I think I quit watching wrestling if Shane was in AEW. That's more like a loyalty thing for them, though.
Yeah, I don't think they would cross that line.
Deanna says, for me, it all falls back to MJF being the devil because it makes sense. I'd rather see Hogan, than Shane. Woo. Terrell, I said it. If it's Shane, it's because I don't know why everyone hates Shane though. Like,
no, I don't hate it. To me, it just it wouldn't make any sense.
Adam Cole is the intended entree. That's what we are getting. That's better than chicken salad. BJ, I'm with you. I have no issue with Adam Cole, but I'm telling you, me and you are fine with it. There's gonna be a sizable amount of people that are gonna be like, that sucked. Boo. Wow, so predictable. Yeah. Which predictability is not bad. The devil horseshoe, Luther Reigns. Callum, what's good? This is how I think it's going to happen next week. Jay White is going to hit up Blade Runner. Hey, maybe. It could be. TNA invading AEW and the devil is Scott D'Amore. That don't match up either, though. I can't see it. CG, you forgot the best one. Chocolate Starfish. Go to timeout. What are you doing? Derek, you checking out the devil's shape? Pause. Play. Always watch it. If Jack Perry happens to be the devil, then sadly AEW will just solidify their own demise. The devil is the brain and the henchman is Pinky. Repugnant. Would Tony Khan want anything to do with the McMahon? No, because he wouldn't trust them.
No, yeah.
Stephanie, especially. Her husband works on the other side. You don't think she's going to go home and be like, yeah, this is what we're doing at work. What's going on with you, Hunter? Not much.
Right.
You know?
What were you doing over there again?
You want to come back over and be a CEO with us?
Right.
That's it. Chill with this Hogan stuff, guys. You got to chill. People are saying Bully Ray now. And the hot dog flavored water. You know how it goes. J Boy Smith was good. He said Roman who? 281-330-8004. Yeah, I don't know. Mike knows some Limp Bizkit too in here. Talking about Crack Addict, WrestleMania 19, man. I remember that song.
Listen, it just has to make sense, and it has to match the.
Adam Cole makes the most sense.
Yeah.
What BJ is saying makes the most sense. He's friends with Roderick and them. They set this up. The question is, who else is with them, though? Because I don't believe that it's just the Kingdom. There's no way. Maybe he got himself a new group of friends. I think Joe's in on this, too. I feel like he's a pawn in some of this. Some way, some form, somehow.
Yeah.
That's just me. We'll leave it where it is. I don't know if me and Derek are going to review that show or whatnot, but we're definitely going to watch it. More on that if we put up a review video for it. Getting into the best friends, they're backstage with Renee Paquette. It's Rocky, it's Statlander, Orange, and Trent. Chuck's still out hurt. They mentioned Chuck Taylor. And Rocky says, "Yeah, I just lost the CMLL Weatherweight Championship." Did I say that right?
I think, yeah. Well,
welterweight. I said weatherweight. What's wrong with me?
wait a minute. Is it welterweight or is it?
I can't remember what the division is, but for like their cruiserweight championship in CMLL, I'm gonna leave it at that. He says, "I just lost it. I'm kind of waiting for goal." And then Orange weirdly is like, "All right, you got it, Rampage." What?
Right.
But that's Orange Cassidy. He's supposed to be weird, so he walks away. Orange versus Rocky Romero. I mean, if you're hyped for that, you're hyped for that. We know how Rocky Romero matches go around these parts. I watched New Japan long enough.
Right.
Somebody said Ryback loves ice cream bars. No, Ryback. No. Jason says you got a question for us. Feel free to put it in. Adam makes the most sense. Adam. Especially if MJF and Joe lose the belt to the Devil Group. Limp Bizkit was the business, though. No cap. No, for real. I love Limp Bizkit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Significant Others, probably my favorite album they did. Yeah. Not gonna lie. Even though some people are big fans of $3 Bill, y'all.
$3 Bill was good, but I think Significant Other was the one that put them over the top.
Yeah. And then the chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water was they got busy with the hip hop tracks. They became like mainstream at that point. Then they kind of just like fizzled away.
And then, well, now they got that new album out.
Yeah. I listened to it, the one with that dad vibes and all that. I listened to the album. It wasn't too bad. It's just, I don't know. I feel like I outgrew them.
Well, it's like it's like that music that doesn't fit the times anymore.
Yeah. BJ saying Wardlow could be Cole's heavy for a bit. That's fine with me. Pinnacle as the Devil Group getting back at Max, Wardlow, FTR, and Spears. Could be. It's a Cope, the Henchmen, our Judgment Day 2.0 with Butcher and Blade. Come on now. Give Butcher and Blade the belts. I think Kyle O'Reilly is in on the Devil thing with the Kingdom, Cole, and Strong. Look at that. That's a lot. Kyle O'Reilly's probably in that group. O'Reilly and Cole go way back. The Devil is a New Japan wrestler. Rocky said international too. OC got the hint. Look at this. Let's see. Jason says, is Triple H and WWE more worried Tony Khan doing great things in his company, or is it vice versa? Is it possible that TK doesn't even sweat over Triple H? No, he's sweating it. He should. If not, he's a bad businessman. You have to be afraid of these rumors of WBD because a lot of people are saying, like, listen, I don't know if something's happening, but things have changed.
Yeah.
They're trying to sell Punk as part of Raw. They're trying to get that $400 million. And if WBD is not off the table, that's scary for you because if they pick him up, then what? And I don't know if Tony's got things in the backup, but he's promoted WBD, and it looks like, wow, the guys you wanted didn't want you. It's a bad look for Tony Khan.
Yeah.
So he needs to just be paying attention to this is what I'm going to say. He's not going to say anything negative. He's not going to mention he's got someone else in his pocket, but he needs to have a backup plan ASAP, just in case.
Big time.
Pro Wrestler Shoe says Limp Bizkit is still the business. Dad vibes. Fred Durst is in the wrestling game. Bring him back, right? LP Mission Impossible theme. Doo-doo-doo. The Devil's Okada. If I see that red balloon, he's got to get put in the Taz mission if I ever see him. Automatically, because y'all said that. They are Metal Cowboys now. Fred Durst was in SmackDown 3. What did TK say? Balding something on X? Triple H want AEW to die. Dang. Harsh.
Not me. I wouldn't. If I was Triple H, I wouldn't want.
But you got to remember, AEW did cause him, like, Vince lost trust in him. Your vision ain't working. NXT 2.0 now. Things were changing.
True.
And it wasn't good for the Hunter, the Hurst, and the Helmsley. Let's get into Saraya and Riho. This match was solid. Toni Storm comes out and does commentary. Lufa was with her. Riho gets the win with double knees. I'm not going to really get too deep into this match. I felt for Saraya here a little bit. Like Saraya feels like she's taking a step back. They're putting Riho over her. That's a big deal.
That is a big deal. Not something that I expected to happen, but
Riho is solid for them too. Like you can't really be mad. Riho's always done the right thing. She's the first ever AEW Women's Champ.
Rhea was day one.
Riho, right. You said Rhea. Look at you. You got Ripley on your mind, boy. What's wrong with you?
Riho is definitely day one.
Thank you. It was World Historic Welterweight.
Okay.
Thank you, Matt. I'm tongue tied a little bit tonight, as you just heard me get messed up.
My esteemed colleague.
Do you think putting AEW out of business is the game plan?
No,
I think they want to hurt them though. If they go out of business, that's their business. That's how I think WWE just operates. And then they're like, how much for the library? That's what they're gonna say. You could be a tab on our network. Why not? Nah, Ghetto, get that Taz mission. Saraya match. Dude on Hurricane had rather be at Nitro sign. Why would you come to a show and bring a sign like that? Ignorance. Like I don't understand people who do that. Riho gets the win. Her and Toni Storm have a face-off. She gets the best of her until Mariah May comes out, clocks her with the belt, and Toni Storm is all types of ridiculousness. If you like characters in pro wrestling, that's what this is. This is going to be worth it when we get to the Toni Storm Mariah May part.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah, this will fit in perfectly.
So I'm with it, and they announced Riho versus Timeless Toni Storm for the Women's Championship at World's End.
Book it.
Another match in the pipeline. It's right up there with MJF and Samoa Joe. You got stuff there. The Hunter, the Hurst, and the Helmsley. Nice, CJ. I like it. Listen, I'm telling you guys, it's happening. It's happening with Triple H. Also, Sheamus and AEW won't draw a dime. Sheamus is going to AEW, I think. He's not being used at all. And he's got friends in AEW. And AEW is going to be like, well, we need to sign somebody because we haven't in a while. So who we getting?
Right.
You got to shake things up. You got to release some people. Things are going to have to move and get shook around.
Yeah, there's a lot is going to change in the landscape.
Yeah. Matt Lopez says Riho is so underrated. She's in that same boat that Sheeta was put in. Yeah. Appreciate them. I got to head to bed, guys. Have a Merry Christmas. Cheers to EPW. Derek, you got me wanting that cheeseburger egg roll.
I'm telling you, bro, it's going to be fire.
Yeah. If you don't see it posted on my Twitter, Derek never brought me one. Tired of this. Tired of this, man. Favorite album, hot dog flavored water. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That, like I said, that or Significant Other is probably my two favorites between the two. Send Sheamus to Impact. Hey, I bet you he'll make a splash over there. Impact's trying to make some moves. I heard they got money now. They said supposedly at their pay-per-view, they said they got a big signing to reveal, one of the biggest in TNA history. That's a big coup to say that. So they must have some bread. And rumor is they got some bread for this year to get some people. Wow. Hating, bro. Hating. Tony Schiavone reads a statement from everyone's favorite father, the patriarchy, Christian Cage. He says he'll address Adam Copeland's challenge on Collision. Basically says that we're not worthy of hearing him.
Right.
MJF then sees a devil mask on the ground and looks up to whose locker room it's in front of, and it's whose house?
Swerve's house.
Swerve's house. Mogul Embassy. He grabs Prince Nana, and then Swerve comes out and is like, hey, cut that out. Nana is a comic book character.
Yo, Nana is funny.
Hilarious. Hilarious, dog.
Oh my god. Like just watching him it's pure money.
They have a great back and forth though.
They do. They really do.
Look at the things they're leading you to. This is storytelling. People may not want to say it's storytelling. It's foreshadowing. There you go. There's your English Honors 11 junior high word of the day.
AKA common sense.
Yeah, it's foreshadowing. So watch how this is working.
But you know what though? That fits perfectly. It fits perfectly because you have the banter between the two. They have history with each other. It falls into place. It creates deception. What's the angst? I believe maybe I think I used that.
Yeah.
So I like it.
I'm with it. I want to see this match. I think that could be a money match in the future. Renegade says that you got that Paul White shirt wrapped under the tree. Derek needs one of those, man. Y'all can buy it. TeePublic, type in everything pro wrestling EPW. We're on there, baby. Find our store. Get yourself one of them shirts. BJ made that one for sure. Women's Ultimate X made for TNA Hard to Kill should be fire. I agree. Monty Brown is back. Who's that TNA signing? Coco Beware and Frankie? Y'all gotta chill, man. Prince Nana is too over right now.
Oh yeah.
Mike, did you do it all for the Nookie?
I did it all with love.
Steak, egg, and cheese. Let's go.
Nah, that's not breakfast food, bro.
You're hating, bro. Derek's hating. Roderick Strong versus Commander. This was a tough one for me to get into. Now,
This was very tough.
well, no, this is the match where I felt like I kind of zoned out. Caught him drinking. Yeah, he thought he was gonna get away with it, didn't he? Didn't he? We're live, pal. Commander and Roderick. He got the wood grain.
Wood grain.
Still tipping.
Oh.
The Roderick Strong versus Commander match. It was fine. Roderick Strong, king of the backbreaker. Commander's been getting a lot of TV time and extra. He's been maximizing his minutes. So
Yes.
I respect it. You just got to find what spot do you want him in? What do you want him to do? Fine. I think he would be great in a tag team, even a trios. Maybe you put the Lucha Bros and Commander against Top Flight and
You could.
I'm just putting it out there.
You could definitely do that.
Use some bangers. Top Flight, Lucha Bros and Commander versus Top Flight and Action Andretti.
Yeah,
Maybe
you could.
Maybe if you're gonna keep those trios belts around, but find something for him to do. But this match is all about putting over Adam Samoa. Roderick Strong. He basically wins the match with End of Heartache. He then starts saying we see signs that MJF is the devil, and he's telling Joe to watch his back. I think he is the villager with the fake cry.
Yeah.
That is his job. Make everyone believe.
Well, what was the boy who cried wolf? Yeah, there you go. That's what he's doing.
Santana responded to a fan on X. He is still with AEW, just doesn't like sitting and waiting. Hey,
I respect it.
Yeah, go out there and get yours. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it where it is. Do your thing, Santana. Deanna said hashtag next strong. That's why I break stuff. Just one of those days. MJF versus Swerve, Strickland is money, just like that segment was. That was one of Swerve's best like promos back and forth. He did really, really good with it. Listen, you've been giving Swerve the pitches. Sometimes it's a single, sometimes it's a double. Sometimes tonight was a home run, I think, just over the fence.
Yes. This one was just like
just nipped it over.
Just nipped it over. One that could get pulled back in, but it just made it over without any second thought of it.
Swerve did good.
Yes.
GameCube, Nintendo, 5% tint. You can't see up in my window. Mike, things have to be rearranged. Don't bust out the milk. My generation is toxic. My generation, we don't. Sam Otto was killing the drums on that joint.
Yo, Sam was.
Take him to the Matthews Bridge. Roderick Strong is basically the boy who cried wolf, clearly delusional. Listen, we were talking about a lot of stuff earlier. Were you in when we were talking about Papa Roach?
Nah.
Oh, yeah, that was me, Rob. We were like, yo, every kid who ever went to the suburb schools cut my life into pieces. This is my life. Every parent looking at him, what's wrong with you? Like, this song is a banger.
Oh, dude, that
AEW Fight Forever can't make a comeback. I wouldn't say that. I've heard some rumors for season 3.
No, they can make a comeback.
They just gotta fix the stuff.
They have to get out of their own way.
Honestly, listen. At the end of the day, you know what I think it is? They need Yuke's gotta go.
Yuke's has to go.
Yuke's gotta go. That's it. They own the engine, so whoever takes it over, here you go. The engine's here. The question is, we need you to draw the moves and do something else. Would I like better models? Sure. But you got to have I think we need to build the create a wrestler mode from what we have so that everything looks on par and add in so that we can change. There's stuff that they can do. I'm going to leave it at that.
I think you've been around long enough to know what you have had in the past and what you can add to this game.
Say give it to WB.
Okay.
I'm with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should be the first ones trying to grab the game. That should be part of that package deal. But right now, with other people trying to undercut them, and we'll get into the rumor merger at the end here real quick. Here's what we got lined up for you guys, though. Julia Hart and Sky Blue versus Thunder Rosa and Abaddon. Brian Cage versus Keith Lee. That's going to be a hoss match. We're going to hear from Christian Cage. The Acclaimed defend against Top Flight and Action Andretti, the Trios Championships. For the C2, we've got Claudio Castagnoli versus Bryan Danielson, Brody King versus Daniel Garcia, and Andrade El Idolo versus Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston must win to stay alive in this tournament.
But I don't think he will.
It's going to be tough, man. Saturday's going to be fun, man.
It's going to be tough, but
Collision's been all right, man. I wish it had that identity like it used to with Punk, but Saturday. Main event time. Jon Moxley, Jay White. This is the match. This is what's happening. I had to go and sneakily do this before. Jim Ross is back on commentary. Best JR thing, like we said in the beginning. Best JR like calling commentary. He needed that time off and he was re-energized.
Yes.
On the outside, Jay White hit a gourd buster on top of the steel steps. Jon Moxley like he busted his shin. As a fan and hashtag wrestling fashion, I do not like Jon Moxley wearing the kick pads over the jeans. Not a fan of it. I don't know if you guys feel the same. It's bugging me like really bad because they're turned and the jeans aren't, and it looks weird a little bit.
It looked like a
I use a catcher in baseball. Like
that's exactly what it looked like. Like,
see, I'm getting Derek into this. I'm bringing the baseball into this.
Let's go.
No, he said, "Sorry, I'm done." You can get the dad vibes off. You're good, bro. AEW Fight Forever 2 should be the focus. You're gonna have to get someone brand new to make it, though, Mike. I don't think if Ukes was as bad as they're making it seem like, the not promoting it and all that stuff, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
Yo, yeah, we're gonna talk about that, the merger here. Swerve versus MJF tease. I can't wait till these two guys cross paths again. All good. We're gonna get back to your comments. Death Rider gets reversed after Moxley shin hits the stairs. Jay White is that boy. Lands on his feet, turns around. Blade Runner. Moxley gets put down for his first loss in the tournament. Jay White wins 3-way tie now. 12 points each, with Swerve having 12, Jay White having 12, Moxley having 12. Derek, you guys can put your end of the scores in. Swerve comes out. They have a stare down for next week because that's going to be one of your main matches. Probably the main event, I'm guessing.
It should be.
Here's what I'm going to tell you guys. This match is a 3-way for a reason. Swerve's not taking the pin. This is to protect Swerve. Moxley or Jay White's about to win and move on. And my prediction on the blue side is either Danielson or Kingston win to move on. Andrade could be a dark horse. I don't see Brody King doing it. Brody King was there to be a monster and play spoiler.
Right.
Garcia is there for the sympathy story on that block. I think Lethal and Briscoe got to tell their kind of story, and then they get to have their match with each other for Jay Briscoe.
Right.
There's stories being told here within, but those are my predictions for the finals. To me, Danielson or Kingston's walking away with this. I think it's one of those two winning. Because the belt's got to go to New Japan. It's going to be moved around a lot. I don't know what that means for this championship. It really hasn't been explained well how New Japan, AEW, and ROH are unifying this one title to be moved around for everybody. It's kind of weird.
It is weird. It is. But I think they'll map it out, hopefully.
Yeah. Let me see here. Going back in. So tonight's score, Derek, before we read the rest of the chat stuff.
I'll give it like 7-5.
That's fair. I'll go 7-5 as well. That's a fair score, I think. I'm going into the comments. Put your stuff in the chat, guys, and we're going to talk about this Paramount WBD rumor. Matt Lopez says, give it to WB, and WB has people that make Mortal Kombat make the next AEW game. Sounds good. I don't know if they'll have time. They may have to create a studio for that. And how much money does WB have? They sound like they're hurting.
Yeah, because you're doing a lot.
Has anyone ever looked? What did WB spend money on that cost them so much bread? Was it the movies?
I think so. WWB is WWB. WBD is hurting.
WWE.
I definitely think they're hurting because, like, you can't say that you're not hurting when you're trying to rack up on all these deals here. Like you're merging with so many people.
Yeah, I mean, but what have I been telling you though, Derek, from a business perspective? There's been a lot of mergers. Telephone companies, like I'm talking outside of wrestling, there's been a lot of mergers. the money is getting stacked, bro. It's just crazy. Renegade L2K says, I prefer elimination tourneys. The G1 style to me ain't it. I like these better because you're telling more of a story in this than like the 1 week story. You're just trying to kind of figure it out and place the story. At least with this, you could be like, okay, you lost the match, but now your story is to come back.
Right, yeah. We're giving you the option.
It's like having a season in it versus doing all that stuff. Imagine if football just started like, okay, elimination tournament. Let's start from the top. Bills, Patriots, go.
Right. Here you go.
I mean, that's no fun. And you're losing out on more matches. So I get why they do it. I don't know. Quill says, I'm going to be going back and forth between Collision and the Bills and Chargers game. Is that Saturday, the game?
Oh, shoot.
Let me know. I thought it was Sunday. Am I wrong?
Ooh.
You tell me. You tell me. Is that game on the 23rd? That might be right. Because probably. Yeah.
23rd, yeah.
Uh-oh. We're going to have to be doing some channel flipping, Quills. Black Taurus versus Vikingo rematch will be on Rampage. Ooh, didn't know that. This match was awesome. Jay White dancing. Whoop, whoop. Deanna was loving it. AEW 8 out of 10. EPW 10 out of 10. Thank you, Matt. AEW with a cruiserweight division. 205 said, nah, they dialed it up 619. I can't see them getting a cruiserweight division. Mike brought that up earlier. I don't think AEW needs that. A lot of their guys are smaller too already.
Yeah.
So you don't need to do that because then you'll end up with Darby with the championship or something. It'll get weird and murky, I think. A said 8 out of 10. I feel like we are getting Mox versus Kingston / Bryan in the final. Could be. Deanna says Kingston for the overall win. Mox versus Bryan may happen cause tension in BCC. Could be. 7.5 out of 10. E says, I think AEW will abandon the Triple Crown and the titles will be defended separately. Let's see here. E says WBD's got a studio in London they could use for the DCU. I think Keaton Batman movies and Batgirl were filmed there. I think AEW will get rid of those two belts and merge it with the new AEW Continental belt. The C2 is helping AEW get their footing. The G1 has stories. People bugging like New Japan doesn't have storylines in it. Yeah, no, they definitely do. Yep, it's Saturday. Thank you, Quills. 7:30 start. Josh Allen got the Madden curse. Now, we've been back now. We just dominated the Cowboys, who everyone was saying was one of the top 3 teams.
Yeah, but who they played?
Here you go. You feel the same about Miami?
Yeah.
They're pretenders?
Yeah.
Wow, harsh. So you're saying some of the teams that are like not even in, we're not even in the wild card, bro. Think about that.
So
right
some
now.
of the teams that are in the playoffs right now don't deserve to be there.
I think someone could be beaten by the teams not in the wild card even. That's crazy. It's, at least on the AFC side of things.
Yeah.
Rockstar's giving the show an 8 tonight. I give it a 0. I give it a 0 eyes watch, but EPW deserves the world. You guys should get that WBD deal. 1 Billy.
Yo, we
1 bill, 1 mil. We'll take it, baby. We'll take it. Let's talk about this real quick, Derek. So Warner Brothers, Discovery, and Paramount rumors started up today about them joining up. Now, this makes it an attractive possible sale for, I'm just going to look at the main 2 players right now. WWE, this looks attractive. Why? Let's look at what's on Paramount. Nickelodeon. Child-like shows. You will also have access to being on a station with football. If they can add Warner Brothers Discovery, this is great because what does Paramount have? Football.
Right,
What does Warner Brothers Discovery have? NBA.
NBA, yeah.
I don't think they're going to get rid of the NBA completely. I think they're going to cut down how many games they have, but then they will have NBA games on their channel.
Yes.
That's wild to me.
It is.
But they just merged with Discovery.
Right.
Warner Brothers Discovery. What is going on here?
Yeah, I don't know, bro. Like, who at this point in time, who's hurting for money?
I don't know. He's asking, is Paramount broke? They got some IPs and networks. Yeah, they got Nickelodeon. They got a bunch of stuff. MTV, right? They got all that.
So yeah.
Does MTV even show music videos anymore?
No, bro. They stopped doing that like after we got out of high school, I think.
Yo, what happened to MTV Jams? Lean Back, bro. I remember that was the jam of the week. That was one of the most songs I ever heard played for that summer.
Man.
Oh yeah, I gotta chill with Lean Back,
Man.
bro.
Every other song, that was the
Lean Back. Lean Back. Do the rock. Yeah, I don't know, man. WBD is DC. Paramount is with Marvel. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Terrell said. I'll take it. Paramount has Showtime, Matt says. Now, AEW, this is a positive thing, though, too. Like I said, you bring the NBA over. AEW has ties with the NFL. Hey, maybe AEW gets more kids to watch their show. Maybe they say, let's cut back on the blood just a scotch.
Right.
And let's get some other people watching this. Maybe they do that. I don't know. That may not be what they want to do. But then why not have John Moxley appear on MTV, Road Rules? I don't know what shows they do anymore on these shows. Yeah, I'm old. I'm not cool.
I don't know either. Like it's up in the air.
Yo, MTV Raps. Imagine Swerve on there. Yeah. You could do stuff like that though. MTV stopped showing music videos when TRL ended. Rip, man. Carson Daly for life. Now he's just doing that bar hop show. Paramount lost that Yellowstone. That's like the only thing they had. I mean, I got Paramount. It works for what you got in it.
Right, yeah. Yeah, actually.
Have Prince Nana be in Good Burger 3.
Oh.
You got that too?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, so many options here. But the biggest question is like what's really going on, because you have so many mergers that are happening. Who's losing money? Who's trying to gain money?
Danny Garcia on Talk Soup. Hey, they're trying, man. I don't know what this is gonna lead to. But
it's definitely interesting to see.
Let me see what else is on Paramount. I don't know, man.
Like okay, so WB, they got the DCU universe or whatever coming through, which would be nice because you get to recast and all that kind of stuff. But
so they got Nickelodeon, Comedy Central, the Smithsonian Channel, or Smithsonian. Oh, what is wrong with my words tonight? Smithsonian Channel. They got TV Land, BET, CBS, CMT, the CW, NXT. Remember, they both own a piece of that. Warner Brothers and Paramount. Yeah. Watch out now.
Okay.
NXT's already on it. Keep the game. I'm just saying. Dabble, Logo, Pop TV, former home of Impact Wrestling. VH1, Pop-Up Video.
Right.
Yo, bring that back.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Now music videos are just for YouTube, though. But
man. Yeah, I almost feel like they don't even really make music videos.
Right? Swerve on Wildin' Out, but see, that's another opportunity for people. MJF on there, I could see. You could do some stuff.
You could. You really could.
Paramount cancel iCarly reboot. Fell off. AEW Doc for Showtime. MTV, BET, Comedy Central, CMT. What else? Justin Roberts on 16 and Pregnant. Come on now. I am a Patriot fan. You and Derek. Come on, Mike. Hurting my bills now. Good Burger 2 was good. Okay, I haven't checked it out yet. Anyone going to see that Iron Claw tomorrow? I got tickets, bro. I have not seen it. And
I want to see it, bro.
I haven't been to the movie since Batman came out. That was like the one time I got away for like a little bit. I think I skipped the gym that day. And I was just like, I'm going to the movies.
Yeah, I want to see it in the movies, but I think I'm going to wait. Because it's, it's still people shopping and everything. I don't want to be in the mall or anywhere else where it's so super crowded. I don't want to do that.
I respect it. Wow. He said wings. Patriots boo. Let them know, Quills. Let them know.
Quills.
Daniel Bryan on MTV Cribs. What he gonna show? That log cabin he live in?
He gonna show his vineyard in the back.
This is all oak.
Look, I produce my own wine.
Yes, the Iron Claw will be on Max at some point. If they combine, what happens to Max? What happens with the paper? Welcome to Max on Paramount. What, we gonna change the name again? It's just Max. Oh, the combining makes stuff messy, bro.
It really does. Like you can't. You got to talk to the people. Let us know what's going on. Like, why are we? First of all, why are we doing so many mergers?
Times is higher for the bread, man.
I get it, but dang.
Got to keep that power. Listen, we're going to have more on these developing stories. Max has got the A24 joints too, right? Yeah, that's another reason maybe why you want them. Like, hey, that brings more eyes on the Paramount. Yeah. Paramount's looking for something big. Paramount Max Plus. Shit, mad long to type, bro. Mad long to type. I saved the swear until the end. You know the economy's bad when Macy's merged with Toys R Us. John Moxley on The Challenge. Yo. Listen, guys, I don't know what's going to happen with this right now. TV deals all over the place. There's going to be talks going on for the 2024 free agency period, and wrestling's about to be crazy. Let's stick with it. Let's be fans of pro wrestling. We got pro wrestling video games coming out. There's a lot to look forward to, and there's a lot to look forward to in 2024 with everything pro wrestling as well. Make sure you guys keep it locked with myself and the man they call Derek. For myself and Derek, we're going to be out for this episode. Thank you for rocking with us. We are out. One.
Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinions, the lesson, yes. By the fans, for the fans, not many in this can understand. This the podcast to show you who I am. Conrad Cushman, the legend in the plans. Please listen every day to the showcase. The opinions and knowledge that anyone can take. Showing you how it is done. Proving I am number one. What a legend becomes. This is now my time to show you that I am here. This podcast just to make it loud and clear. By the fans, for the fans, not many who's here can understand everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinion and the lesson, yes. Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinions, the lesson, yes.